Welcome. This is the PCDL podcast. I'm your host, Wise, co-host.
Boy, gay.
And then we got our guests. Y'all can introduce yourselves.
Kenzie. What's up? I'm Jill.
What's y'all Instagrams?
Underscore Kenzie Lee.
You can find me on Instagram at you love Juju.
Follow me on Instagram at GaysCOB underscore. All the real name.
For sure. Alright, so our episode today is called Gender Wars. We want to talk a little bit about our generation, like relationships and between male and female, and how I feel like we're against each other. It seems like it's like we're against each other right now for some reason. I don't know why, but we finna talk about it. So my first question would be, do you feel like it's hard to date in today's time?
Yes, because I feel like everybody don't know what they want.
I don't think it's necessarily everybody knowing what they want. I don't think people are scared of commitment. And when I say people, I mean men are scared of commitment.
It's females that's scared of commitment too. So
It's
we can't
triggered
just
by
put
a it on
men.
men.
You said what?
It's usually triggered by a man.
Oh man.
But I feel like that goes back to saying like people don't know what they want exactly. Like
That's a fact. Because of like.
I think I know why though.
Go ahead.
But go ahead first.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead. Alright, go ahead. Pepper, rock, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, I'm gonna go
lose
first.
every day.
What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, marriage. I feel like that's why people be so hesitant.
People don't even get to the nitty gritty before you can even talk about marriage.
But yeah, no,
Agreed. Oh, go ahead.
your initial question was, is it hard for people to date now? And you're dating to find out if you want to be married to that person.
Everybody don't do that though.
But everybody don't know if that's what they want to
Yeah.
do. Like everybody's definition of dating isn't the same.
Everybody
Yeah.
don't do that when they're
Right.
scared of commitment.
And that's why I said the marriage thing, cause people be like they're having to share assets and do all that. You feel me? You don't know if this shit finna work. You taking a risk.
But people don't even give it a chance. Like you have to get to the nitty gritty to even figure out if that's a thing. People are stopping. Like when you initially like when I was talking about the intent earlier, when you have the intent to approach somebody, you don't know what it's gonna be. It might be a fun time or it might be a good time for a long time type of thing. And I feel like when people get into that and like you're starting to get to know each other, y'all talking, y'all getting to know each other, and then it's like that weird phase of where y'all dating and it might get intimate. It stops immediately after that because you don't know what you want to do. You kind of scared of commitment. You don't know what it's gonna be because of your last situation.
I agree with that.
Like that.
Do
But
your
I feel like
thing.
I feel like it's better on both sides, and I feel like we trying to ignore that fact too.
Yeah, it is
I
on both
feel
sides.
like sometimes women date in the process of healing to get over what was in their past. So not in all situations, but in some situations. So to go back to her saying you don't know what you want, because in reality you don't know what you want. You're trying to get over somebody, but you're still in love with somebody. So it's kind of hard for you to move on fully because your heart is in one place, but you're trying to get over that with somebody else. So sometimes that doesn't work. So we can't just act like it's
I'm be
men
real. It ain't
too.
It ain't really no. Sometimes it's really one way or the other.
Yeah, it's really one way or the other. If we're being honest, it's either she's like, it's nothing serious, like nobody there for real, and she's probably trying to figure out she might be a lover girl, or she's trying to get over somebody. It's literally no in between. It's no in between. If we just being honest.
And honestly, with the what was I finna say? A lot of people don't. A lot of people just literally just be dating just to be dating. They don't set intentions like at the beginning, like what we doing, this or that. That's what the communication need to be.
And them be the people that need to stay away from people that are intentionally dating because it comes up when you're dating somebody that knows what the fuck they want and they know what they want, that like what they want it to look like. It came up in conversation on y'all first or second date, and you went around their question to
But
figure out.
but
how
they
far
let
you
it
can
happen.
go.
But wait, no. I had a question for that.
Okay.
Let me go to it because I believe I typed it down and I really hope I either way. My question was, if you know your intentions aren't the same as the opposite party, then when the moment presents itself, why not state it instead?
I feel like they could go both ways too, though.
How? Because I feel like when, like she said, when you having that conversation with somebody that actually know what they want and that like has pure intentions and actually know what they want out of a relationship and they're letting you know this is what I want from you, they're setting the tone for it, then why don't you just let them know, okay, that's not the same, we're not on the same accord.
It's the lack of honesty.
That really depend on the person, though.
Honestly,
But
though,
you said
Oh.
why would you allow them to do that too? But at the same time,
I-
it's just like,
I
how
saw-
can you allow a person to do something that you did not know that they had intended to do?
Everybody don't got morals. That's one. Two. Also, people are they growing, like if that's what they used to, that's their environment, that's what they was brought up in. Of course, they gonna go that route until they figure out something better. Why? Some people state their intentions, male or females. Some people do it, and some people don't do it. So it's just about being firm on making sure they listen, they comprehend what you're saying, which it could go both ways.
But why
But,
do
okay,
that?
And I
but
remember
we-
the conversation
okay,
too,
so
though.
if we speaking like from his and her perspective, from a guy's perspective,
Mhm.
when you know that your intentions aren't the same as the females, why don't you let that be known when y'all have that
Because-
moment of true conversation?
Okay, because if I can be honest, it's probably gonna sound fucked up, but if I can be honest, if I like what we got going, I'm really not trying to lose you. So if I either gotta lie my way or talk my way around the conversation, I'm gonna do that just to kind of keep you around, and I'm gonna do that for as long as I can until you be like, alright, we ain't here, so I'm gonna cut you off. Is it selfish? Absolutely, but at the same time though, if we fucking around and we got a vibe that I'm fucking with, if I got a lot to kind of keep you around, that's just kind of
But
what you gotta
is
do.
it a vibe that you're really fucking with if you lying? Like
That's
motherfuckers is
true.
falling in love with the vibe that you putting out because you're lying to get there. So like, is it a
Agreed.
real vibe or is it something that you created and now I'm falling for that?
Like earlier when he stated, he was like, y'all go wrong when a girl be like, what is it? Do you just want sex or do you just want this from me? And a dude be like, no. He be like, no, just say yes, because
Yeah.
you really letting her determine whether she want to go forward in this relationship. or not.
But see, that's the thing though. If I like you, I'm gonna word it differently. I'm not gonna say
But
no. I'm gonna tell you yes. But the way I'm gonna tell you yes is, yes, I do want to fuck you, but that's not the only thing that I want to do.
But
I want to see how far this can go. That's a part of it, of course. Like, you look good, of course, that's something that I want to do. But that's not the only thing that I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to hit and then go on by my day. I'm trying to see where this goes. Do I want to have sex with you? If that's the question, yes. I would be lying to you if I didn't. Like,
No, that wouldn't even be the question. The question was, okay, so when a woman knows, okay, I'm dating to marry, so eventually I want to settle down with this person, I want to build a foundation, and I want to grow something. When a woman sets that tone and she lays that out to you, and you know that's not what you exactly like, that's not what you want in that moment, why won't you just come forward and be like, okay, I don't want that right now. Now, like, it's kind of
And
like
clarify
it
the right
curves.
because you're kind of gonna like not love. You're not gonna love me the same. Like, you're not gonna move the same with me
it's not
as
genuine
you
at that
would
point anyway.
as you would if I was feeding you what you want. And that's what I want. I want you to kind of be mine regardless type shit. And if I can do that without a title, it sounds fucked up, but if I can do that without a title, then I'm gonna do that as long as I can. You'll have to be the one to cut me off if a situation like that presents itself.
That is fucked up because at that point it's not genuine at all. You're feeding me a story and I'm real like
No, I
reeling it
do
in.
fuck with you, but I'm not ready yet. But you're
But
gonna treat me
how
different.
much
But
of
it
that
go
was
back to what
already
she said. Why y'all
Because you
just say
paint
that
a
shit?
picture to me that it could be different.
Because of the
It's
fact
really not
I'm
this picture.
not telling you that I'm not ready yet because you're not going to
But
fuck with me the
He,
same.
but
Because I'm telling
he's,
you,
How do you know that?
You're not
he's saying,
ready.
he's
How do you know
saying,
that?
I want you to love the way you delulu over me
That's
right
just-
now. I want you to be that same way.
that's just,
that
I'm
you
be
get
real,
into
that's
a
just
relationship.
that's just
what it is.
stupid man shit.
That's just stupid man shit.
Pause.
It's stupid.
But
It's
how do
dumb.
you know that?
So
But how-
that's they boy math.
Yeah,
It
that's
is. It
stupid.
is your
Boy
boy
math.
man,
No.
but how do you like separate yourself and actually know that? Is that something based off of like what y'all been through before?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's always gonna be.
It's always something
That's what
before.
anybody. It's always
It's
gonna be
always
based
something
off
before.
that.
You didn't do shit to me.
Because
It
until
was
you
somebody
move
before you.
on to somebody else, that's all what you gonna be craving. That's what you last had.
That is wrong because
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this right,
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
not right
just.
at all.
But
That's
I'm
just
just saying like overall, like not even just men, like women too. Like that's wrong because when you're getting to know somebody, people are experienced. Like you don't owe nobody. You don't know what the fuck people are doing behind closed doors. Like people
Facts.
are merely experienced. So when you're experiencing people, you're coming with like your
Soul
own
ties.
face. You're coming with your own face. Time
Real
out.
talk, Trap.
For real.
So
That shit
time to be
serious.
real. It is a serious thing.
You
But
not
like,
gonna. That's just like when you was talking. That's just like when you was talking about. When you was talking about earlier.
You can drop that though.
Damn.
That's
What the
so
fuck you
toxic.
say?
It's,
When you.
it's terrible.
that shit that's in your head for real. That ain't.
But no, it's not. I swear to
It's
God,
a
I put.
real
I put
thing.
that on everything.
Time
I
out.
look.
Bro, if that pussy good, you gonna
No,
like it. If that dick good, you
no,
gonna like
cuz
it. It ain't no
Time
it
out.
ain't, it ain't about that. Cause eventually, bruh,
But
the sex don't. It ain't gonna even matter no more. It's gonna be like you
because
done got
her
over the
pussy
sex.
so good.
But no.
No, I'm
That's
saying,
not-
I'm saying, no, I'm saying you can
no,
get tired of some
no.
pussy too.
But
Oh,
time
absolutely.
out.
After
but
it just
time out.
being just sex.
Absolutely.
But
I
time
agree.
out, it's
I
broken
agree.
down to the people that know themselves and the people that still trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
Like the people that know themselves, they know that like soul ties are bigger. Like it can be
Hell
conjoined
yeah.
in
That
sex,
shit-
it can be
that shit
conjoined in your
serious,
mental,
cuz.
your emotional, like all that. But the people
Like
that
when
haven't
somebody
figured
going
it out,
to you have
it's
sex with
really
them, they
just
fuck
sex.
around, be on you type shit.
Yeah, your family, like anything that they're carrying,
yeah.
that transfers over to you. It's like a big thing.
Yeah.
But you have to figure out yourself first
I'm
before you
50-50.
can get it.
But a nigga being a nigga, cuz nigga still don't get that.
And niggas still get you feel what I'm
You got- I
saying?
gotta keep
But
it
why
honest.
is
I still
everything
gotta
broken
get that.
down?
That's
to,
just
like,
that's just
sex?
how men are. Well, I ain't gonna
But
say
why?
and all
Like, why
men.
does
all
everything
men
have
not
to be
like that.
fruitful?
I'm saying
Listen,
like
all
men
men
with
not like
men, bro. It ain't even about feelings. Like being in a relationship, it's just like
But why does everything
I don't-
have to
I
be
don't know, that's
broken
just how-
down to being like fruitful? Like why do y'all have like why does the end goal like sex?
that's just like an itch you just gotta scratch
That's
type
on
shit.
me.
I
Okay,
promise
scratch
you
it after you done got to know me. Let's
But
figure
not,
it out.
but
Let's
if
go.
I promise the guy, if a nigga was, I can't speak for all niggas. I can only speak for me. Me personally, if I could tell from like me being in like the first couple of minutes with a guy, if I can fuck with her on a certain
Yeah.
level or not.
Okay, that was another question I wanted to know.
Okay.
Once you meet a female, do you know like if you want to just keep it a physical relationship or do you actually
Yes.
want to take it
I
personal?
can't speak for everybody, but me personally, I do. I could tell in the first couple minutes if I could fuck with you, if we could just be cool and kick it. It don't even gotta be about sex.
Right.
If we could just be chilling, but if I feel like I can take you to mom's, you feel me, the family shit, then I know from the get
So
go.
y'all be knowing that just
Hell yeah,
I feel like-
just like y'all do.
I feel like that's
feel
different
like
too, though.
everybody meeting a nigga mama
No,
like.
that's
No, I'm just saying like that's just
I
like
don't be thinking that.
But
I
I don't
do.
think that. Don't think
I
that.
done met
But I
a
feel
lot
like
of
that's
mamas.
different too, though, because I feel like my intentions out the rip is physical anyway. Like it was the physical attraction that made us even cross paths, regardless.
Yeah.
But it's like, are you in conversation? Is it something that we talking about? That's I'm like, okay, I like where we going, and shit like that. So, I feel like over time she can change, because maybe I just want to fuck you in the moment, but like we
Like,
talking,
that's how
we
it
killing,
But
started
we
when
out.
should
chilling.
y'all establish
Like-
that change? Like when y'all feel the change happening, is that something you address with the person that you're dealing with, or you just kind of go with the flow until she say
you
something?
move.
You
If
kinda
you-
just go with the
if
flow,
you- if
yeah.
you
Yeah.
alright, so if it's like one of them times where like okay, like I'm just let it ride by until she say something, but if it's a guy you really fucking with,
Yeah,
bro,
you
you gonna move different. It's just
Different.
and that's the biggest thing. A nigga like when you ain't ask. I don't know why. A nigga like when you ain't asking, like just let it happen type shit. I don't know.
Because asking then puts pressure on me at a time where I'm not ready. That's
Yeah.
another thing too. Like you done asked me in a couple months in, and I feel like we ain't really just clicked with each other to that point to where I need to. Alright, this is what I'm doing. This is where it's at.
Why don't men be ready? Like, what is is there a timeline? Is there a thing? Like, what is the not ready? aspect of it?
To be honest, it's 50-50 with me because it really don't gotta be no time. If that's the woman you feel like that's for you, that's for you. You feel me? It's just gonna happen like that. But then other men, like I can say I can't say all men because I don't know all men, but men nature, like niggas want to get that out their system. You feel me? You feel me? But
So
it just depends.
So say hypothetically you run into someone that you feel like that's the person, like that's your person, but you're not ready. how do you go about like dealing with the shit that you kind of
give it
still
time.
Can I
getting
add
out
on
your
to the
system?
question
Yeah,
real quick
go
though?
ahead.
Okay, so with that though, okay, how she said when you met your person, say
Oh,
say
yeah,
that
so-
you met your person.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch,
If you feel
that
like
needs to be
that's
your
your
last
person,
one.
would you absolutely like?
No, hell no.
Would you
You ain't
prolong?
pull nothing in there?
Would
No,
you
just
actually
let him drop
want
that.
Fuck
to
that.
be with your person? Just when you love somebody,
Right.
it's not hard to love somebody.
Right.
It
It's
is
not
for
hard
sure.
It's
to
not.
be
It's
with
simple.
them.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
if
Time
this
out.
is your
I agree.
person and if you
I
know
don't
that,
agree with that.
like you want that in the end, why does the
I got
time
your- I got
determine
your
when
answer.
when you gonna get your shit together to be with this person?
See, most of the time when it's with men, most men, it could be financially.
Okay.
They ain't ready financially,
That's the
or
big whoop. We
like,
50-50.
'cause y'all don't be understanding from a man
From a
role.
man, that's just
You
what
feel
you
me?
want to do.
Like
anyway,
social media
type
play
shit.
a big
We
part
can
in it. Like
figure
they
it out
people,
together.
females see shit.
I
Every
gotta
female
figure- I
ain't
gotta
like that
figure it
though.
out. Yeah, I gotta
Every
figure it
female's
out.
not
But,
like
That's
but
the thing.
at that
I have
point,
to
it's the
figure it out.
person that you're dealing with,
Financially-
and you know the person. that's
Financially,
dealing
but
with.
that's cool, and exactly that's why you know that you have to figure it out at the end of the day.
But I don't
Yeah.
even feel
Because
like that's
it's
the
like-
person that you're dealing with. When people keep forgetting when you're actually in a relationship, you come together as a union. So your problems are my problems, and what we go
Yeah.
to is together. So you can't run from your problems by yourself because this is gonna affect us together
Now
as
in
a
a
whole.
But
Now, in a
that's what most
relationship-
men. I'm just telling you how most
I
men.
do want to answer this because this is a lovely question. Because the thing is, you said why the thing are we taking it slow? Just because he asked one, the biggest reason, rule number one, is that I have to get this out first off. That's rule number one. I don't want to come into the situation where it's a whole bunch of hoes, because then I risk losing you. I want to come into this situation with no risk of losing you at all. But I got to be able to do that. For me to be able to do that, I need to be over me wanting all these bitches. That's
But
one.
why is it a thing that y'all are being selfish and not addressing
Yeah, it's not
the
fair.
person that you're dealing
It's
with?
not
It's
fair,
not
but
fair.
that's why we're taking it slow. Because I know that you're a good girl, but
That's
right
why I'm
now
pushing
I'm
you
not
away,
the
'cause
I'm
it's
not
not
the
fair.
I'm not the
But
perfect dude for you right now.
When men push women away, and I'm not speaking for all men, but most men, when y'all are pushing women away, you're just saying it's a lot going on. It's just a lot that I gotta
Yeah,
take
'cause
care of.
it's
And you're
down-
not clarifying it, so that woman is still throwing herself at you.
I know.
She's still
I know
trying
exactly.
to do
They,
the
they
same.
don't want to hurt your feelings, and it's
But
hard
at
to
that
communicate.
point, just
that.
put everything surface level, so I can decide if I still want to deal
For
with
sure.
that or if I want to just move on. Because at that point, you owe that person that.
That's
Facts.
true.
Men don't
Facts.
realize women will respect you more if you be
Facts.
like,
Yeah, if
I
you put
can't-
everything on the
I
table.
I can't deal with you. I can't be the man that you need me to be right now.
Yeah.
And if you tell me that, I will understand that versus you playing with me and we not really. And I'm
And
trying
look-
to. I'm
Yeah, I could deal with that. That's
doing
not a
this,
deal
I
breaker.
really
I
need you, and
love
this is not working out.
that y'all
Yeah,
can
that's
deal with
real.
that. But I want y'all to understand again that that is not the fucking point. I want you to be like that's not the fucking point. I want you to be around the fact that no, listen. What y'all keep saying at the end of each sentence is giving me that decision to where if I want to stay or move on. I don't want to give you the move on option.
But if
Yeah.
you don't,
I don't want to give you the move on option. Are you not understanding
But
that? I don't want to.
But
take
time
you
out.
back.
So you would rather, risk losing that person with not giving them
By
that
keep
option,
lying.
but
Yes.
Yeah.
versus giving them that option
Absolutely.
and they stay.
No, girl.
Absolutely.
No.